Welcome to Rose City at Twilight, everybody. We shall get back to where we left off. You all had just run out of the backyard of Dr. Abubakar's house, having set the place on fire as you ran out the back door, and killed a robot spider thing that came out of her backyard. The house is burning as you're standing in the front yard with the tall hedges all around it. The flames are causing the house to crumble as various spiders are swarming it, trying to put beams back in place, spinning webs between this caved-in place and that burned-out beam, only to be fried and fall into the flames with a sickening hissing and popping noise.
Now, I have seen a couple of house fires before in my line of work. They don't disintegrate like that.
No, that's certainly fucking weird. It's melting like candle wax in places.
Are you guys seeing this?
Oh yeah.
I'm taking pictures.
The front door, specifically, is warped and flat. The windows on either sides have warped to angles, and that impression you got when you first arrived, like the house was sleeping. With the two windows and the door, you see the face. The shutters open, and it begins to scream. There's a look of terror and agony in those windows. You wouldn't have thought they could be expressive like that. But with a sound like a roaring inferno and a crackling of wood, it screams.
I think I just shat my pants.
There is a rustling above and behind you. As you look back and up, there's a bat-like creature. It looks like a flying fox, but with longer legs and stubby little forearms coming out the chest. Two more of them flap down and settle in next to it. They're a mottled red color. They chatter at one another and then swoop down over your heads.
Ducking.
I protect
I'm readying my no-no juice.
John is hitting the ground.
They sweep in onto the front step and start pulling bits out of the house's screaming mouth.
I'm gonna take pictures of that.
No, I have definitely shat my pants.
They are pulling out what look to be weeping worms.
Hate that.
The faces on them aren't quite human, but close enough that you can see that they are weeping as the bat things with their stubby little arms pull them out of the door as it screams and shove them, still weeping, into their mouths, swallowing each whole.
These things look like they would attack me if I attempted to do the same thing, don't they?
Yeah, get their ass. Eat those little fucking frying worms.
They don't look friendly. They look like a wild animal that you've never seen before. You don't generally go up and try to interfere with wild animals when they're eating.
Yeah.
Can I use matter magic to dry and make the poop be gone from John's pants with matter magic?
Yes, you can.
It's gonna have to be a Rhode Island poop be gone.
How are you doing this?
This is the question, yes.
Not happy about it, but I want to use my no-no juice as a focal point, but using matter to change the compound to something that will dry out the poop. Using alchemy, I'll dig around my bag and hate to waste it, but as a drying agent, crunch up some of my special weed in there.
You don't have to do that. John will just Porky Pig it.
As Ollie is trying to put together something, you're realizing more and more you need a lab for your alchemy.
Yeah.
So until you find a lab, you're not going to be performing any alchemy.
I need to do the things that'll create reagents that I can use on the fly to do magic.
Exactly, like the pipe bombs.
Yeah, exactly. Pipe bombs and no juice for specific things, but that's mostly mundane, just to brain people in the fucking eyes.
That's the best way to do it.
That's coincidental.
Okay, question. With John's 5 in cloaking and his random urban magic, can I make it so that almost always his genitals are concealed somehow? Like a random branch or just a bird flying by?
Bart Simpson in the Simpsons movie.
That's exactly what I was thinking too.
So yes is the answer to that. 6 or 7 more of those bat things land on the doorstep.
Oh god, okay.
The screams start to get muffled as more and more worms are being pulled out.
Oh god.
It's not emoting any less. It's not showing any less agony on its face. But the screams, like the volume got turned down.
We should leave before they finish.
Yeah, I agree.
I was just thinking
Right.
the same.
Your car's a donkey.
Yet, the mule is waiting out on the sidewalk.
I grab my car by its bridle and head towards the news station from where we are, if I can guess that.
The second we get out of here, John is going and buying a little handgun at Walmart.
Go into the fucking firing range.
Yeah.
You're trying to get back to the news station. You're headquartered in southeast, or at least east side. There is a hill range called the Sylvan Hills between you and the river between you and your news station. Under normal circumstances, it would take about 5 or 6 hours to walk. You are over the river, through the woods.
Ollie's current working theory, which he'll share with the group, is that she just doesn't give a fuck and she has done some crazy shit, created like a sub-dimension or something, or has just done some large-scale reality deviant shit, and we're still on the prime plane.
As John is leading you all, what you're pretty sure is the right direction. You need to get several highways from here. But you get a block down and the house on the opposite side of the street stops blocking the view of most of the sky. You can see not just the roiling clouds above, but where they originate. You can see in the distance a mushroom cloud.
Oh my god. Thumb. John's been in the war.
Smaller than your thumb.
Oh, thank Christ. We should be going in the opposite direction.
The one,
That's-
however, that is frankly a bit more concerning
Oh god.
is the pillar of smoke that covers half the sky. A pillar of smoke that merges with the clouds above you. Looking around, it is roughly circular. You are underneath a mushroom cloud. It is frozen in place.
That's Reed College.
It really did explode.
Good thing we froze it.
I don't think this was us.
No, it was that bomb that went off in the church. Remember the time bomb? This is how they were stopping this from ending everything. It is frozen in time.
Well, guess the crazy bitch is right.
The smaller one in the distance looks like it could have been Reed College. The closer one, from John's rough triangulations of where you're at, is on the church. That's maybe 5 miles away from here. There's green lightning frozen in that cloud. Some of those lightning bolts look animalistic, stick figure drawings out of lightning, frozen in place. The houses, as you pass them, are strange. Some of them are swarming with spiders that are slowly adding structures. There's a particular place that you pass that has a tree growing out of the middle of a house. And it is not still like a tree should be. It is thrashing back and forth as various spiders are bringing boards, screws, roofing tiles, trying to build it into place, and it is trying to break free. One of the spiders that attacked you with the buzz saws for hands.
Oh god, one of the robot spiders shit bags.
You see one run up to the thing, buzzing wildly, only to get smashed into the roof by the tree.
I'm taking pictures of that.
So
There's a lot of things to take
help.
pictures of here. Would you like me to keep telling you when I take pictures, or can we assume I'm taking pictures?
We can assume that you're taking pictures of pretty much anything you find weird, and Betsy, you find most things about this place weird.
Am I starting to get an idea of where we might be from all this weirdness?
Let me know if you are not taking pictures of a situation. You certainly aren't in Kansas anymore. You know the term extra-dimensional entity. This is not in the handbook.
I think I'm in the unreality beyond the gauntlet.
Yes, I think that they would refer to it as an anomalous paradimension that exists alongside our own, but theoretically there are infinite of them.
Anomalous paradimension.
It's space in a different direction.
Well, now it's the CALDWELL paradimension.
Yes. You do know that outside of the front lines, which is Prime Earth, consensus doesn't hold the same sway. You may end up angering certain extra-dimensional entities, possibly. You could piss off an alien or two by using weird magic at them, or by using weird tech on them, but you could piss off anybody like that. You don't have to worry about the masses here. You just have to explain it to yourself.
Unless you're a staunch consensualist like me. So don't try that magic underwear cleaning bullshit around me.
It was fine that I smashed the spider with a crazy earthquake, though, right? I mean, that just had to be done.
We were going to die, but please do avoid... I guess it's not breaking consensual reality here, but my job to spread consensual reality here, I think.
Fuck that.
Your handbook, as far as getting stranded in an anomalous paradimension, was basically locate the nearest void engineer outpost and ask them for help.
That's probably that church, then.
Yes. That's the last place on the prime material plane that you saw a void engineer outpost. Their nearest actual headquarters is not in this state. The void engineers tend not to have much interest in Earth. Only Cape Canaveral and things like that are launching points into the Umbra. There are squads that get called into local places to deal with local problems. If the locals can't handle it, extra-dimensional breach happens in your city, a void engineer anti-dimensional crew shows up to put everything back in. But as far as you saw, they evacuated.
Let's hope we get lucky. Well, no, that nuke went off at the other church. I don't think we should try and approach that. Or should we? Betsy scratches her head in consternation and looks at her mount.
The car will look mildly surprised at being asked for its opinion. It will flick its tail back and forth, trying to swat at the Tootsie Pop wrappers and McDonald's takeout bags that are flapping around it like flies. I imagine that Betsy does not keep her car meticulously clean.
It's intentionally grungy. It's part of her cover.
At least that's our excuse for it.
I've been indoctrinated. A perfectly spick and span environment would be my preference.
The trash that you kept around for show seems to have animated itself.
Trash spirits?
Can I get a handle on why things are animating? What's the difference between what's here and what's not? I think we accidentally created this little universe, possibly. Or at least Abubakar did.
It seems to be a distorted copy of the world, with the most prominent things being animated.
What do you mean prominent?
Things that are in the general consensus, things that people use daily or think about daily. There's car spirits, there's light spirits, there's trash spirits.
It doesn't seem to follow any consistent rule, but from what you can surmise, the stuff that's been here longer is more sturdy. Stuff that's being built isn't. They're either frail or they're in progress. That tree beating back the house. A house being built where a prominent tree once stood would have that effect.
Oh, we should go break that house.
If an area that was for one thing was replaced with a strip mall or something, we would see that conflict.
Yeah, exactly. I think that Betsy would probably consider it psychic impressions.
Okay.
There's weird psychic impressions, and the newest stuff doesn't quite have as much psychic energy in it yet.
I understand. So, like building consensual reality. Things that have not been widely accepted yet aren't things that make more sense and have been thought about more.
The nearest telephone pole says, "You're getting close, buddy."
I'm going to yelp.
Do we all hear that?
Yes, everybody hears that.
I'm going to load a bowl.
Thank you for watching Rose City at Twilight. Links are in the description for the full playlists and ways to donate if I made you feel something. The Twilight holds a variety of mysteries. Let me know your theories in the comments below. Liking and subscribing attracts the attention of the great algorithm. Do so at your own risk. Good night.